everybody, welcome to Craft a Story. It's Monday, which means it is Mini Makes Monday, and that is a new hashtag that is being hosted by Jen from Sassy Southern NC Girl, and I really love this. I like working small. It's I paint small, I work small, so this kind of really speaks to me. Anyhow, so I thought maybe I could make myself a little sketchbook. So I did. And let me show you this little one and then explain to you a few of the bits and pieces. So it really is just kind of this accordion style. It's not dry yet. I've got the glue still drying on the end, so I'm not going to open it too wide, but I'll be able to go 1, 2, 3, 4 opportunities to sketch there. And then on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so a total of 10 little panels, if I add front and back, for me to do little tiny little sketches in, or tiny little paintings in, whichever I decide to do. And so I'm just tying it down. I'm not doing anything super fancy, just tying it down. And what I like to do with these little sketchbooks is just pop it in my bag. And sometimes when I'm out and about, I might see something, shape of something that I want to remember for later, and then I have it just, excuse me, in my bag for later. So the little covers are these little blocks, and what I do when I paint small, and this is a blank, what I would call a blank. So this is not a painting, this is just background that I've put down and on watercolor paper. And then I've taken some of my Titan's wood glue and I've glued my watercolor paper onto some hardboard. So I just buy this hardboard on Amazon. So I have this nice thick little sort of piece of artwork that'll, once it's painted, that'll go out to somebody. So I actually, well, I have one here. There's one little piece that'll go out to somebody soon. So that's also on the hardboard. So when I create these backgrounds, I usually do them on really big sort of sheets, and then I cut them up. And once I've cut them up, I inevitably have these little pieces left over. These little blocks, and they are 2.5, they are 2 by 2 inch, so they are kind of 20 size. But today's a mini make, so I'm not doing 20 today. So I've got this one, and then I've got this one, and I've inked the edges, and they're obviously on the hardboard. I've taken a strip of watercolor paper, and I've marked it off at 2-inch intervals. What I'm going to do is just kind of eyeball it, and then fold it up and score it. Then I'm going to flip it over. I don't have, let me just make my marks on the other side. I see I didn't do that. So there now. Not quite. Let me make a little bit more of a mark. Okay, I've got my mark there now. So I've flipped it over so that it folds in the opposite direction, because we want that accordion style. There's that one. Flip it back over, and like that. I also think these are nice little gifts if you have somebody that you know might want to carry a little sketchbook of their own. And since it's watercolor paper, I guess they could also even watercolor on these if they are in a place where they can. I don't know if I got the sizing quite right this time. Let's see. Okay, close enough, hey? Close enough. All right, so all I'm going to do is get out some of my Eileen's. Now, I know Eileen's takes a little longer to dry, but it does really hold the paper, and that's why I use it. It's going to be a little kind of tricky for video purposes because it's probably gonna shift on me. So I've really just taken my one side and put it down. And I think what I should do is put a weight on it. What can I put on? I'm just going to put a paint bottle weight on it and move. And then I want, am I right? I'm going to check myself. This side. So now I want, well, maybe I'll just do it like this. Now I want glue. I misspeak a lot, guys, in my videos. So if I do, just nod and say, she did it again. Because I do it all the time. Okay, here's my other piece. It's going to go down. Okay, and obviously that this ink is not quite dry, the black ink that I used. It's coming off everywhere on my fingers and on my work surface. But if I now just leave this with a weight on it, it's going to be exactly like this little mini over here. And I went to a friend's house. She's one of our neighbors. She's our very elderly neighbor, and her daughter was there. And she gifted this entire bag of ribbon to me, which was so unexpected. And there's gorgeous ribbons in here. And so I have chosen this one, which I showed you earlier, this beautiful sort of ombre, almost autumn, tie-dye almost looking ribbon. And then I found this one as well. Oopsie. All right, let me weigh that one down like that. And then I found this beautiful ribbon, which I then thought, just look how pretty that is. Hey, it's got this sort of iridescent look to it. Very pretty. That was so generous of her. And I thought maybe I could just take a little bit of this, not too much. I don't really know how much I need, so I'm just going to eyeball it. Where am I? Got myself lost. All right, let me cut it here. I think that should be more than enough. And if I now put it down here, I'll tie it down. And in that way, I probably can also then hold the glue down on my two pieces. So guys, just an idea of how I'm using my scraps from my little painting projects that I do I don't want to throw these little squares out because I know I can always use them for something. And I was kind of thinking, wow, you know, it'd be nice to have something in my bag just to scribble on if I am in the store. I can't scribble in. Well, maybe in the store, walking somewhere, wherever it is. And now I have two little sketchbooks, just like that. So that's just a fun little mini make. And thank you so much, Jen, for the opportunity to join your collaboration in the hashtag, because I'm having fun with it. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.